Welcome everybody to our commentary of one of Don Bluth's masterpieces, 1988's Land Before Time, directed by Don Bluth and produced by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Before both of them went off their fucking rocker.
Well, do you mean all three of them?
Okay, all three of them. So yeah, this is my personal favorite Don Bluth movie. It was also, in my opinion, the best musical score by James Horner, who died recently. So consider this our personal tribute to one of the real film music legends. So is everybody? This movie is really short anyway, so you should be able to.
Let's get this going with, shall we?
Indeed, everybody ready then?
Yes.
Okay, audience, basically you should start right after the Universal logo pops up, meaning when you start the movie up, you should see stars, then the planet shows up, and then Universal and the MCA company. Basically, pause when those words appear, and then you'll be in sync with us. All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
3,
Yes.
2, 1, click.
Yeah, I was wondering, wow, is the soundtrack muted? And there's like, oh.
No, it's
This is how Universal's logo was in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm so used to the fanfare you have nowadays.
Well, maybe someone agreed with you and thought, you know what, we need here a fanfare.
Yeah, Jerry, Mr. Goldsmith, can you make a fanfare for us? Thank you. Okay, is this a prequel to Finding Nemo?
Atmosphere, Grace. Atmosphere.
Definitely takes place before it. It's back in time.
it's prehistoric, don't you know?
This music.
A Lucas/Spielberg presentation.
Indeed.
A Don Bluth film. Starring, some people.
Mostly kids.
Yeah. The Land Before Time, 1 of 14.
Boo.
Soon to be one of 15.
Yeah, sorry guys, but we are going to have to do those billion Land Before Time.
Can we just ignore those for the time being?
I'll be quite honest, Dribs. There are actually some good sequels among them. Granted, none as good as this first one, but some sequels that are actually good.
You'll have to point
Hold
those
on.
ones out to me.
We're almost
It's hard
there.
to remember, Shroy. We'll just have to seek them out as we commentate on them.
Okay. The Land Before Time.
Before Time.
The Land Before Time, twice.
Dwibs, remember, the audience can't see the subtitles.
Well, some films do that no matter what subtitles you put on sometimes.
Well, this film doesn't.
Remember
Well, without
Terminator?
the subtitles.
Remember Terminator Salvation? They had the titles on twice.
Dwibs, we're not commentating on that.
Saint Russian?
There were other tabs, but for the sake of simplicity for the kids, let's just stick with those.
Yeah.
My God, this is Christ.
I can imagine now, if the dinosaurs could jump into those waters, all the water would go everywhere.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thing. The original plan Spielberg and Lucas had with this movie was kind of like a feature-length version of the dinosaur segment of Fantasia, but it later evolved into something different.
Okay.
Jeez, patience, kids. You're barely out of
This-
your egg.
Well, this movie is a little over an hour itself, so I can see that.
Now, do I have to bite into your tail again? Come on, let's play chase with the Tyrannosauruses.
So yeah, we already met Ducky, and now this is another one of the main characters, Sarah. Yeah, without fear, I can tell.
They were kind of silly. Thunderstorm. Dear, I thought we were having a bath today, not a shower. Yeah, what? Let me guess, one's not ready to hatch yet?
No.
What I mean is there are dinosaurs that eat eggs, so it was hatching could also be dangerous, like the narrator said, and that was one of them.
Oh, those eggs are sturdy.
Actually, no, as you can see, it's all cracked.
No, I mean, usually they think they shatter. Let me guess, the final Land Before Time film is going to take place around the time the asteroid hit the Earth.
I don't know.
Are you my mommy?
She actually is.
Oh. Well, the dinosaur found the egg quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dear, you can't lick hold of me yet. Who are you two?
No one special. It's just to show that he's shy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. We won't eat you. We'll just, guys, help me out here. We'll just,
Nibble?
This is
Yeah.
this is probably inspired by Bambi, because when Bambi was born, all the animals came to see it. This is probably Don Bluth's take on that concept.
Wasn't Don Bluth an ex-Disney guy?
Yeah. He actually worked on quite a lot of Disney films throughout the
All
50s
right, I'm
till
back.
the last Disney movie he worked on before leaving the company was The Fox and the Hound.
Right.
Okay, I'm back now.
Alright.
His name is Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
All right, so that's his
Accurate.
mother and his grandparents. The blue ones, I mean, the bluer ones.
But where's the daddy?
The dad is not around.
I see.
Let's just assume the dad died in a war between the flat
Well, it's
tooth and
actually,
the sharp teeth.
actually, it's kind of it's actually kind of implied he died because he was killed by a T-Rex, aka a sharp tooth, as this game, as this
You know,
movie calls them.
if pre How to Train Your Dragon DreamWorks did this, they probably have it like they divorced and actually had divorce papers and all that.
Nah, that would be stupid.
Well, Jova, this is DreamWorks was a lot that made like a city version of Finding Nemo.
All right, so
Years ago.
So
this is a star leaf. Basically, it works similarly to a four-leaf clover. It's basically a lucky leaf and shit.
yes, but don't eat it, otherwise you will have bad luck forever and ever and ever. Who wrote this film? Because I don't remember.
No, Don Bluth wasn't a writer. Let me check who wrote.
Yeah, he's mostly the director.
An animator.
Yes, but some of our old kind aren't very nice. If you ever come across a T-Rex, run.
Sharp tooth. In here they're called sharp tooth.
Oh, okay. Sharp tooth then.
I suppose the target audience won't really know or would be able to understand what herbivore
To a lot of kids from my generation, this was the movie that introduced us to dinosaurs.
So for your generation, it was this film, and for people nearer mine, it was Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park has a lot more exposure than this.
I can't remember which film I saw first, Jurassic Park, or I think it was basically just called Dinosaurs.
Do you mean that
think you
2000
mean-
Disney film?
The CGI thingy.
Yeah.
I like
it was
that
years
movie.
ago.
It's called Dinosaur.
It was years ago when I saw it. I think it was actually back at the cinema when it came out.
I don't think I'm not sure if I saw it at the cinema, but yeah.
Meanwhile, this...
The screenwriter was Stu Krieger, mostly known for writing Don Bluth films and a Pauly Shore film. Oh, God.
Wow, his career really went downhill.
As for the story writers, Tony Jice and Judy Fruitberg. So they're basically known for being story writers for all the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all 13 of them?
I'm guessing most of the awesome stuff on this film probably came from Lucas and Spielberg telling them how to do things.
Yeah, you're about to get beaten up.
You got no chance, mate.
All right, now we're going to get introduced to the main theme of the movie.
What do you mean by main theme? Main music theme?
No,
or...
the main
You'll
story
see.
theme. The main story theme.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's racist.
That's the point. Hold on, you'll see. And now Littlefoot's gonna ask what's a long neck.
Us. Because it is
Hold
forbidden.
on.
It is the natural order.
Shh. I forget which film it is, but I actually do like the film that actually shows that even the sharp teeth can actually work with them.
That would be the second one.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was going to say Finding Nemo.
Wow.
You know, sharks that are nice to
But I said sharp teeth.
I thought you said shark teeth.
No, sharp.
God damn it! I see quite a few links to other animated films on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course
this site
you do.
specializes on animated films.
I see Robots, The Road to El Dorado, and Balto.
The animation is
I remember El
fantastic. The
Dorado.
animation in this movie is fantastic.
A prehistoric frog.
Something tells me that frog's gonna get munched. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I saw him first.
Yeah, Sarah's a bit of
My
a
territory,
jerk.
my stuff.
She gets better though.
Yeah, so piss
Yeah.
off.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the second Don Bluth film I've seen. The other one being
Secret of NIMH.
Secret of NIMH, yeah. So what? Secret and Nim and Land Before Time are his best ones.
The trifecta. Usually, I'll just quote what Doug and Rob said in the recent sibling rivalry thing. It's that the Secret of Nim, American Tail, and this one are basically the perfect Don Bluth trifecta that people of my generation grew up with, and it's the ones we grew up loving. It's his three masterpieces, shall we say.
What was his... Didn't he have, like, one good one in the 90s?
Anastasia was okay, I guess, but aside from that, no, not really. His 90s films were all crap. Well,
depends. I'll look into that.
Tatanai was also fine-ish. I enjoyed that.
I've seen... I think Titan is on Netflix, just haven't got around to seeing it.
It's fine. If you're a fan of sci-fi, you should enjoy it just fine. It's not great, but for what it is, it's entertaining enough.
The poster makes it look like a CG film.
No, it's not. It's a mix of traditional and CG animation.
Ah, okay. And Timon, the voice actor playing Timon's a villain in that one.
Yep.
Should be an interesting change of pace. But anyway, we got the Tyrannosaurus chasing...
Ouch.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's a Tyrannosaurus or an Allosaurus. Let's see. Which era does this take place in?
It's a T-Rex.
Let me guess. The long neck's gonna kick the bucket.
Let's see. I'm trying to think, though. Michael, which era does this movie take place in?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure even the
before time.
I'm pretty sure even the filmmakers don't really know, Jova. This is
Because you'd be surprised how many dinosaurs look similar to the T-Rex but weren't a T-Rex.
Whatever. For all intents and purposes, he's a sharp tooth. That's all we need to know.
Okay.
You know, for kids. Jesus Christ.
Then again, I think people are kind of used to this stuff because we had Bambi and...
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying by modern standards. Nowadays, we don't see that kind of stuff in kids' films that often.
Pedro, actually, we do see this stuff nowadays in kids' stuff. It was between then and now that, there was the whole, for kids stuff.
Whatever.
Remember How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Basically, this is the time of the Great Divide, aka...
I haven't seen that. I've seen the first one.
And you might remember when you're learning in school that initially the world was just one big mass of land, but then there was apparently a Great Divide that separated the world into 5 continents. Well, that's what we're watching right now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay. So what, would that dinosaur technically be standing on, I don't know, Britain?
We don't know. This is all just rocks right now.
Border control doesn't exist yet.
I'm sorry, you must have this amount of teeth to advance into Austria.
Your neck must be this long or you pay so much extra.
Yeah. Okay, so now they're on Africa?
So these are little footprints, and now they're separated from the other two. And a lot of herds were separated during this. Like Sarah got separated from her parents too.
I wonder if they'll end up in America.
Who's the narrator?
I don't know. Let me check.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon.
Pat Hingle.
Pat Hingle. Oh, Pat Hingle!
Yep.
Commissioner Gordon in the Burton Schumacher era Batman films.
Yep.
And Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah. I've seen the trailer for that, actually. It's just Stephen King trying to be weird and...
Twibs, you were in the commentary with us on that, remember?
Yeah, I was. And yeah, apparently he was coked up making that film, and I can believe that from seeing the trailer.
And the movie itself? Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Uh-oh.
Was she weakened or something?
She got
She
mortally
was in a
wounded.
fight with a shark.
She was mortally wounded, as we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I must have missed that.
There was blood on her neck and everything.
What, did she get hit by a rock
She
or
got
mold?
She got chewed a lot.
Yeah.
Basically, she was in a massive fight, and then an earthquake came.
Yeah.
This is the scene that
horrible timing.
This is the scene that scarred a lot of kids in my generation. In the same way, that back in the 40s, people had Bambi's mom. This was my Bambi's mom when I was a kid.
So I guess this decade would be again How to Train Your Dragon 2, but I'm not going to spoil it here.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like nowadays films are actually having the balls to do stuff like this again. Let's just say it was quite a dark age when, films tried to blanket death from us. Let's go no further than 4 Kids of all things.
Ah, nice rock. Ooh. Really? Let me guess. He's on one of those stages of grief things.
He's
Yeah.
How it is. It's grieving and shit. You
Yeah.
say things that you don't mean.
Guilt-induced breakdowns and
All things I learned that from.
Ah, see, Disney, Don Bluth beat you to it.
Say what?
Circle of life.
Oh. Well, then again, lions and dinosaurs are kind of different.
the point is they did it first.
She lives in you, Littlefoot.
See,
Yes.
I told you. Don Bluth got to it first. Disney.
Let me guess. Is there going to be a scene later on where her mother talks to him from the sky?
No, she doesn't. But it's just him imagining it. But
That's it. Gone forever. Bye.
no, don't worry. She's definitely dead. I don't bring her back if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah. That's what I meant. There's no.
Like
visual
I'll give the sequel some credit. At least it didn't actually bring the mom back. Even though honestly, I'm surprised it didn't. Anyway, I love this scene.
Yeah.
This scene is adorable. Basically, it's all this bunch of tiny pterodactyls fighting for this one cherry.
Oh,
Come on, there's plenty of cherry to go around for every. Oh. But go at it. Go at it. Come on, you. Come on, you
the
birds.
purple one's good.
Oh, never mind.
There we go.
Free cherries for everyone. Now be on your way. So what's about this Great Valley then?
Like we were told at the beginning, Dwebs, basically the Great Valley is this legendary place that all the herbivore dinosaurs want to reach because it's said to be a place where there's endless green plants to eat. Because as you can see, well, it's not really endless, but you get what I mean. It's it's basically a sanctuary for them, and as you can see, there's kind of a shortage of plants right now.
Huh, wait. Some people want to get to a place where there's a lot of green. I guess George Miller used that for inspiration when he made Mad Max Fury Road.
Well,
You slipped up on your words at
I'm pretty sure the whole migration to a better place thing is a trope that's been used for centuries in the stories. So
Yeah, pity about how the
To
migration.
be fair, that was also a plot in Disney's dinosaur film as well.
yeah, I know.
I gotta say, it's sad for how that ended in Mad Max Fury Road, the whole migration thing. Anyway, I think someone's shouting at me. I'll be right back.
Sure.
No, at the beginning of your sentence, Pedro, you kind of slipped up on your words there, so it sounded like you were about to say promised land.
Well, it kind of is that.
Pretty much.
Bless.
Hmm.
Well, good luck with that. Basically, Sarah has a huge ego, so she won't admit that she's not capable of anything.
Yeah. Technically, you're not even a freehorn yet, Sarah.
Oh, just in time. I got back for a yeah. Did I miss anything?
No, I didn't. Anyway, well, you missed a very heartbreaking scene where Littlefoot saw a shadow of a big long neck, which he thought was his mother, but turns out it was just his own shadow.
Right.
Anyway, basically, Littlefoot suggested to Sarah that maybe we could work together. That way we wouldn't be alone, and we had someone to talk to. But Sarah's racism...
Stubborn.
She's been raised to be like that, so obviously she's not into that idea. His father is very racist, as we saw, so...
I wonder if there was ever like a kids' film that actually had racism amongst humans.
Song of the South, Dwib. Song of the South.
Oh.
That movie's a piece of shit, though.
Yes, it is.
And here's Ducky again.
I bet I could find that film on YouTube and Disney won't even bother taking it down.
Well, the animated...
Actually,
yeah.
no, actually they will do it, because Disney is going out of their way to make sure nobody sees that movie, because they're incredibly ashamed of it.
As they should be.
It's basically the Disney equivalent of Highlander 2.
I'm not quite sure he's going to be convinced.
I love how the races they gave the name for they gave her races also
Big mouth.
also describes her personality.
Yeah.
That's her catchphrase, basically. Oh yes, yes, I do, I do. She likes to repeat that a lot.
Adorable.
Oh, he's one of those chameleon dinosaurs.
Chameleon
He
dinosaurs.
changed colour.
Oh, that no, that's just
Comedian.
that's just the lighting. No, he's talking about Littlefoot. No, that's
I
just
think you mean chameleon.
that's just the lighting. It's because of the sunlight and shit, I think.
All right. Yeah.
Huh. Bad luck before it was hipster. Don't.
You should not eat talking trees. There you go, kids. Today's lesson: don't eat talking trees.
Yes. Or Whomping Willows.
So this is Petrie, our new companion for this journey, and he's a pterodon.
So the
Or a
people
flyer,
playing,
as the movie calls him, a flyer.
so the people playing these dinosaurs are, but I guess except for the bird, are actual kids.
I think
Yes,
the
they
bird's
are.
kid.
I think they all are kids, but I'm not sure.
Never heard of a kid sound that deep on that bird.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Wibbs.
Let me check. Petrie. Oh no. Petrie is actually it was actually played by an adult. He's right. Yeah.
Ah,
And
okay.
Frank Welker was Spike, obviously.
Frank Welker. Why am I not
Is
surprised?
Dom DeLuise in this film?
I think he is. Let me check.
Because Dom DeLuise and
Yeah,
Don Bluth.
he was basically Don Bluth's Johnny Depp. Let me just quickly get.
The thing
Oh
is,
yeah,
Sarah,
that's sharp
no
too.
matter what they tell you, parents aren't always right.
Well, she's
Yeah.
a little young to realize that. Anyway.
So yes, why don't you go nuts to Sharp Tooth?
It's alright, he's dead.
Oh, he actually isn't.
Okay, now she's pulling a rainbow dash at this point.
He's not actually. He's actually not here in Eurodubs. Surprisingly not.
Oh.
I'm guessing Don couldn't find a role for him in this one.
Psych.
Turns out he's not dead.
Psych. Roar.
Surprised it could get up with his little hands.
The way he gets up, he uses a lot of his body strength. He doesn't use the arms at all. And his legs, because even though the T-Rex's arms are pretty much useless, his legs are incredibly strong.
Do not worry. The leaf will protect me. Yes, Littlefoot. I was going to say you're tearing me apart. I've watched The Room too much. Yeah.
Oh boy. Basically, the thing with Petrie is that he got separated from his parents before he could learn how to fly.
Right.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh. That's the last person that pissed off the
Oh boy,
big monster earlier.
here we go.
Yeah.
You're deflecting, sister.
Yeah, deflecting only annoys people, love. Oh boy.
Okay, now you're just being a little shit.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you.
Don't worry, that's kind of our arc, learning to overcome her prejudice.
Yeah, her arc.
Your dad's an asshole child.
Yeah.
That's why we had that scene with her father, so we could understand why she thinks like this.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose the mother did a good job at explaining it.
And I said, I mean, grr.
Well, there goes Lucky.
Well, at least she's back on high ground.
So here's our final member of the group.
Okay, I'm back, and yeah,
Oh,
just in time.
Just in time, Joe. Yeah, this is the latest member to join the group, Spike,
Spike.
a Stegosaurus.
Wow, we're halfway through the film already.
Yeah, we are.
It is that short.
Well, unlike a certain other filmmaker I could bring up, Don Bluth actually heard of the word pacing.
And editing.
And the interesting thing, since you bring it up, this movie actually had a total of 13 minutes cut from it because apparently the original cut of the movie was even darker than this one. But apparently George Lucas and Steven Spielberg ended up cutting 13 minutes off the movie because they thought... Because originally the death of Littlefoot's mother was even more gruesome than it was here. But George Lucas and Steven Spielberg thought it was a little too much. Fans have asked about those 13 minutes, maybe making a director's cut of it, but unfortunately they were never animated. They were just they never passed they got past the storyboard part. So there's no way we'll ever see how the original vision of Don Bluth was going to be for this film.
Unless you do one of those updated sort of director's cuts, which actually purposely makes the new scenes.
By this point, I'm pretty sure it would be impossible to make the new scenes fit unless without sticking out as a sore thumb. Like one thing that I hate. One thing that I hate about the new things that they did with The Lion King and The Beauty and the Beast is how they added a new song to those movies, and the new song they added to the DVD sticks out like a sore thumb.
I know about Lion King, but I didn't know that they did that with Beauty and the Beast.
Human Again, Jova. They put in Human Again from the stage version into the movie. They animated it and everything, but it sticks. You can so tell it was animated afterwards. Like it sticks out like a sore thumb.
I didn't know they added a new song to the DVD version of The Lion King either.
The Morning Report. It's a pretty pointless song, honestly, and it's a very good reason why it was cut. Fortunately, in the new Blu-ray Diamond version, you can actually choose to just watch the theatrical cut.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jova.
What?
Would you like to be in the Lord of the Rings film commentaries with us when we get to them?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen the films, so...
Have you seen the extended editions of those films?
Let's bring that up for a later time, guys.
No, I think I have, yes.
Well, anyway, earthquake.
Basically, they found a tree with actual leaves. Unfortunately, they're not the only ones looking for food, so there we go.
Oh shit.
Survival of the fittest, as they say.
Well, they're very fast eaters.
Dibs, when a hungry animal is something to be
Yeah,
reckoned
well, then
with.
again, I'm like that, so
Basically, Sarah thought that this was the Great Valley, so she went all like, "Ha! And I found it! Ha ha ha!"
let me guess, there is no Great Valley.
Yes, of course there's a Great Valley.
No, it's interesting because the Portuguese title for this movie is "In Search of the Great Valley," so the title already spoils that the Great Valley exists.
Yeah, I guess Mad Max Fury Road must be
Well, Mad Max is an adult film, so obviously.
No, I meant like in terms of trying to find a certain place.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I think he'd enjoy Fury Road actually. Yeah. I could just reach the tree.
One cool thing about Spike is that he doesn't talk. He only does Frank Welker noises. So so Don Bluth is capable of giving him personality just for the animation alone. So that's pretty cool. And Sarah's just
Sarah's a dick.
Yes, she is.
Hey, at least they're actually getting food, child.
I can get it. Yay! I got it. Whoop.
Ms. Ungar spoke higher.
Oops. Well, you got a healthy amount of the food.
There we go.
Aw.
How nice. He does that to lower the speed of the fall.
No, you haven't flown.
Nah, the other dinosaurs took pity on you.
Who's laughing now, huh?
She's convinced that she can get food herself. This one. You know, she thinks she did it by herself.
Aw.
Yeah, sure you can.
It's attitudes like that that get you eaten.
Let me guess.
Sure you aren't.
He's gonna pop out.
It's gonna pop up.
No. Fortunately, Don isn't that predictable. At least not in this film.
Did he create the other films?
No.
No.
What? No.
I think
Don Bluth had absolutely nothing to do with the sequels at all.
Okay.
I think he only ever made like one sequel to one of his films.
Yeah, he made a
Bartok the Magnificent.
a direct-to-video sequel to Anastasia.
I've got no friends.
Basically, all the others are sticking with Sarah because they don't just so they have her to protect them from the shark tooth and shit because they're afraid of.
And because she claims she can protect them from a sharp tooth.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll learn pretty quickly.
I buy her as a protector as much as I buy
David Cage is a video game producer?
as a good writer.
Is it Tavaki? A tea?
Okay, the film's going to sleep, so I'll do the same.
Vai lá passar, avô, que eu tô aqui. Né, eu vou estar aqui no tempo. Por isso.
Oh, we won the title again.
Wonder if he's dreaming of a predicament where... never mind.
New Blade film. Oh, that's just discussion so far. Ah. Yeah, I'll talk the Blade thingy later. But anyway. Oh.
Can I have a blanket? Oh yeah, blankets don't exist yet.
Okay, I'm convinced at some point there's going to be a danger coming up.
Well, that's what the sharp tooth sword was.
It's not a cameo like Godzilla.
Yeah. I think James Horner's kind of sinistering up the music right now.
No. Then again, to be fair, the aesthetics don't help.
Basically, Littlefoot is convinced that Sharptooth is dead. He doesn't believe Sarah. Well, but turns out she was right.
There's your proof. Well, there goes your leaf. Dinosaurs.
I like how the sky turns sinister as soon as the Sharptooth shows up.
The T-Rex is a dick to leaves.
Yeah. Ding.
Yeah. And it's barking.
It's stuck.
Huh. It does look like a long neck.
All right.
Meanwhile, it's raining ashes.
That's because they're getting near a volcano.
Dinosaurs don't do well with volcanoes, to say the least.
I can imagine it now. Land Before Time 15. Asteroid. What's another word for asteroid? No, sorry. An alliteration. An alliteration that could go well with asteroid.
Asteroid Alley?
Yeah, I got it. Land Before Time 15. Meteor Madness. That'll be uplifting, won't it?
Eh.
Whatever you do, do not go in the volcano. Oh.
By bright circle, he means sun.
Never.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oops.
Oh, that's one way to go.
And now,
what I love this fight between Sarah and Littlefoot is the way it's animated. It like every hit you feel the impact because because the way it's animated really feels like actual kids fighting in the playground.
And now the epic fight of the century. Who will win? Rhinos? God damn, I forgot the name of the species.
Ouch.
Triceratops versus
Long neck.
Dilophosaurus.
Philophus. Yeah, that. Who will win? Wow, they're actually siding with the dick.
Like Ducky said, her way is easier.
How do they know that?
Because they're not climbing everything.
Because they're not climbing everything and not going for a volcano. Actually, no, they are going for a volcano, but Littlefoot is Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's way is elevating up. Oh boy. Yeah, plenty of your deceased brethren around here.
Yeah.
Well, there goes Petrie.
Da 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 da.
Basically, fell into a pit of tar, so that's a problem.
Are you sure that way was safer?
Don't worry, Dutch.
It was easier, they thought, not safer.
Yeah. Sarah is gonna get her comeuppance for this path. Don't worry.
Just goes to show you, the easiest, what may look like the easiest way, ain't always the safest.
Yeah, that's what they're teaching kids with this. The easiest way to do things is not always the best way.
Yeah, that's the quickest way to reach Daventry, but certainly not the safest.
Exactly.
Oh, damn it. Now, I never thought I'd die like this. I'm gonna die in a tar pit with all you bozos.
Spike, you want to help?
Spike's
He-
too.
He's
Wait.
stuck. He's stuck. Not to mention, Spike can't really do much.
True.
Whoa.
Okay.
What the hell?
Hold on, you'll see.
I am the deformed elephant walking man.
Oh, they're in the tar. Learned your lesson yet?
Yeah, we got you good of our deformed elephant act.
Sure you did.
Sure. Yeah, believe in that.
Your way led to quite the,
You nearly died.
You nearly got a bunch of other people killed too.
Bitch. Okay, so there's a third way.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm sorry, Daddy, I failed you. Ooh, sea turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Prehistoric sea turtles.
Well, then again, and it's funny because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was popular around this time.
Yeah. It was around this time that the series that I think it was like about in season 2 by this point.
Yeah. I'll get to the Great Valley before you do. Wait.
So now Alpha is devising a plan to kill the Sharptooth. Basically, they're going to drop him into this really deep pool of water. Since he cannot swim, he'll die. He'll drown.
Wait, wasn't there a Great Valley in Secret of Nim?
No.
Or
You
the
mean
Secret...
Thorn Valley?
Oh, Fawn Valley. Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the
Thorns
Great
and grapes are very different things.
Basically, Ducky will be the bait.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've only got 10 minutes of film left. Well, I'm assuming the rest are credits. Where are you, you little brats? Hello?
oh,
Boom.
hello.
Do you come here often?
Because they can move.
Not often enough.
You shouldn't be
Oh,
hiding
yeah,
in
that's
that
right. She's a duckbill, so she can swim.
Can she breathe underwater?
He's supposed to.
Probably.
Yeah, Petrie just learned how to whistle by force. Basically, their plan is to drop that rock on top of him so he'll fall.
Push! Push!
Now, if you ever need to learn how to fly, now's the time.
There we go.
Yep, great time to learn how to fly.
Well, pressure can cause that for you.
And now he's going to save Ducky.
By blinding the dinosaur.
So a few seconds ago, we get some awkward flapping, and now he's doing a perfect nosedive.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not quite sure they can learn that fast.
Yeah, I get
There we
like
go.
you're making up for things under pressure, but come on. Oh.
Da 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 da. Come on, you got me whether you like it or not. Oh. Huh. So the mum is image. Wait, the mum is like an image of the sky. Pedro, you lied to me.
This is him imagining.
Well, you imagined in the other film, didn't he?
Kind of the same thing.
Well, Simba imagined in the other film, in Lion King, didn't he?
I don't know.
Remember, the journey always begins with the first step. Sorry, wrong Lion King film. Remember. You
No,
are
this is more
nice.
subtle than that.
Yes, but did that have James? Did this have James Earl Jones?
Good point. Good point. It would have been a waste to have James Earl Jones be too subtle. There it is.
And now,
Conveniently, after we took
musical
out the
perfection.
statue.
James Horner gives you musical perfection.
And there you are. You found the valley.
They found the dinosaur equivalent to the Promised Land.
What is it with Don Bluth and finding valleys? This is the second time he's done it now.
Where's everyone
Yeah,
else?
that's the second time. Yes,
Yay.
you
Now we're
did.
going to spend 13 more films in this. That dinosaur looks like he was high, for lack of a better word, for a minute there, with his eyes.
Yeah, that's spite for you. Yes.
Don't worry, I'll teach you how to fly properly. Yeah, sorry for bringing you up as a racist kid.
Yeah. Aww.
Oh yeah, I'll save that for my final thoughts. Oh yeah, you lost your leaf. Sorry. The T-Rex.
It's the leaf.
Yeah, the T-Rex doesn't. T-Rexes hate leaves.
No, I think Littlefoot eventually ate the leaf himself. I forget.
No, they left it behind when they were getting chased.
Ah, yeah, true.
Yeah, come on, Littlefoot. We've got 13 sequels to spend in this land.
Yeah, like I'll keep saying this. Some of the sequels are actually good.
Now we have a vocal version of the main theme sung by Diana Ross.
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Don Sullivan Bluth Studios in
It's
Ireland.
it's called If We All Done Together.
Okay. And there you go. There's Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
And Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
James Horner.
Oh, James, no. He died so young.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, we have to move on, don't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, see, look, there's Pat Engel.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if the child voice actors went on to do anything big after this.
I don't think so.
I think they actually were in the first few batch of sequels, but aside from that, I don't know.
Production designer Don Bluth.
Anyway,
What does production designer mean on a film like this?
I don't know, but the point is, okay, final thoughts. It's an animation classic. It's a very beautiful story of friendship, and I love the anti-prejudice message of it. The characters are all charming and funny. The music is absolutely stellar. The animation is beautiful. It's just it's a short film, but it's 70 minutes of bliss. It's a wonderful film from beginning to end. Jova.
Well, I like this film. Love it. It's got dinosaurs, that's cool, but it also has a wonderful story at heart. Wonderful storytelling, and actually one of the few films back in the day that actually had a good child cast. I mean, the children actors are, well, they're not perfect, but they do their jobs well enough, and hey, it's pretty much what it is, a bunch of kids looking to find their parents. It feels very authentic. Nothing feels too rushed. Yeah, everything comes together marvelously. Music, story, writing, aesthetics, and everything. So yeah, glorious dinosaur film.
Can I go next?
Go ahead.
Okay. I like the song. I like the song, but I don't know. I would go to Secret of Nim over this one.
No.
Reason.
Oh, Secret Name is better. No one will deny that.
Yeah, because again, I felt the narration. I think the narration kind of ruined some of the subtlety.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and that made things a little bit too obvious. I'm pretty sure kids could get this story without the narration.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I like it enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
That reminds me, someday we have to show Drips the Land Before Time TV series, see what he thinks about
The
that.
TV show.
God.
Yes, it's a TV series.
I grew up with that.
I actually like it.
Oh, it's like Terminator. It had pointless sequels and the TV show.
Yeah.
Does Terminator have 13 pointless sequels?
Anyway, go ahead, Shiroi.
Free.
Go ahead, Shiroi. What did you think of the movie?
I love this movie. Wonderful story, beautiful music and animation. As Jova said, the child actors and actresses were actually pretty good in this. They weren't underwhelming and they weren't over the top annoying. They were just right for the roles, I think. And yeah, I love this movie.
Awesome. And now, audience, I propose you watch all the credits with us. So, as a little tribute to James Horner, who unfortunately is no longer with us. This is, if you ask me, his best score, and I loved particularly end credits piece he has here that we're listening right now.
But Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan score though.
Oh, I love that score. Don't get me wrong, but there's just some magic to this one that I just can't get over. Dwips. Oh, here we go.
London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, the orchestra that scored the Star Wars films.
Well, they're not doing Episode 7.
Yeah.
Of what?
Star Wars, but who cares? As long as the score.
Wait. Hold on, but they are doing an Episode 7.
No, they're doing Episode 7's getting made. It's just the London Symphony Orchestra isn't the ones performing the score for that.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, but who cares? As long as the music's good, then.
It's John Williams.
So Don Bluth's next film after this was All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Another good film. Then after that, he would start to go a bit.
Wow,
A bit? That's putting it mildly.
I suppose he didn't make.
Rocket
I
Rule is
suppose
a
he
big
didn't
pe-
make the sequel.
Rocket Rule is a big
Oh.
pile of shit.
wait, Thumbelina and Troll in Central Park came out the same year.
Yeah, they did.
No wonder Troll in Central Park suffered.
Yeah, listen to the credits with us and listen to them on your own time as well.
How was Thumbelina?
Like, so you can hear the music
Oh, here's
properly.
an interesting thing. This is the logo for Don Bluth's production company.
How was Thumbelina?
Generic Disney formula executed in the most mediocre way ever. There we go. Sullivan Bluth Studios. Awesome. And here's Amblin Entertainment.
Who recently had a new logo, circa Jurassic World. Well, okay, the logo's the same as just animations.
How fitting.
Anyway, everybody, that was Land Before Time. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. See you for, I guess, number 2 when we get around to it.
See ya.
See you, everybody.
Lovely
See
movie.
ya.
See ya.